Well, here we are then. It's the RetroTech 120p challenge. And it is. I'm waiting for the screen to come up. It's not going to, is it? Nightslashers. Where you are a warrior. A big old warrior. And you have to take on like zombies and stuff. If you want to join the RetroTech 20p challenge, well, get on that Facebook. Go and find the RetroTech 120p group. And for heaven's sake, join. And then you'll get an opportunity every week to play one of these. Look at that gross zombie man. So, yes, this is Nightslashers. It's Data East from 1993. Similar in play to things like, of course, Streets of Rage and Final Fight, in the fact that it's a scrolling beat-em-up. And I'm just showing you a tracked sequence here. Because that's what I'm doing. Look at that guy's weird arms. That's Jake. There, he's an American with big metal arms. His name is Jake White. This guy is Christopher Smith. He's a European. And something very notable about the two people we've met so far, they both got mullets, which dates it very much 1993. Look at that. That is impressive. I know the other guy's got sort of like a Poison or Motley Crue style mullet, and I don't think they stand out as much. I always like the short on the top, party at the back mullet. I think in terms of kind of pinning it at early 1990s, I always think of Tim Allen's children in that show Home Improvement, of course. This is the other character, who is Zhao Hong Hao. Obviously being Data East, they would like an Asian character in there, and it's usually got to be the cute martial artist one who's quicker than the other two, doesn't it? There she is. Not sure that red and pink go together, love, if I'm being honest, especially not with the blue hair. But yeah, so this is like it's quite a good idea, really, isn't it, to have a beat 'em up, but you know, knock out kind of standard goons who dress strangely and replace them with zombies. Zombies are always like a legion kind of thing, aren't they? There's always loads of them. And in the RetroTech 20p challenge, as ever, you get 2 credits. You see how far you get, and the person that gets furthest is a winner, chicken indeed dinner. It won't be me today. I think I haven't watched anyone else's entry as yet. I will probably Saturday or Sunday. I'm recording this on Friday, which weirdly dates this, and as you can see, I didn't get any practice, which is why I pressed the special move button, which already depleted a third of my health already. He's unfortunate, that guy there. His only attack there being vomiting, because he hasn't got any arms. That's you're a stage 1 standard villain. But yeah, as you can see, it's very gory, and I quite like that. You know, it's doing its own thing. Even if it plays really similar to kind of a lot of the scrolling beat 'em ups at the time, it was doing its own thing, and you know, fair enough. And as you can see there, I've just used that spell again, and I've got no health already on the first of my life bars, which you get 2 lives per credit, and already I'm sort of playing very defensively because I didn't realise. Until I looked up and was like, where's all my strength gone? I haven't been like hit yet. And yeah, it's not a good idea to use the special screen clearing weapon in the first instance. Yeah, it's quite a good game. It's great that you can kind of, as you just saw, the DDT zombies, way before Frank West was doing it in Dead Rising. So yeah, really interesting game. Never really played it before. I did love a scrolling beat 'em up back in the day. This was probably when my interest in them was waning a little bit, kind of mid-90s. I was getting into all the polygonal stuff like we all were, like Virtua Racing and then Daytona Ridge Racer and all that sort of stuff. Just, you know, in the 2 years preceding that the PlayStation would become a thing. And I was also kind of getting into, you know, more kind of the PC stuff, the Star Wars games. Look at that, by the way. Mr. Knifey McKnifey Pants, this mad scientist. So the game uses a lot of tropes as well as the zombies of I did play it again after I played this, just to, because I found it quite an intriguing game, just to see what it was like a bit later on. and it does use a lot of kind of Universal-esque monsters. Like, as you can see, I've just disposed of the mad scientist, Frankenstein, and what's with Frankenstein? Frankenstein's monster. There he is. But you do, from here you can take on people like Dracula, or mummies, golems, Grim Reaper, all sorts of spooky doozles. A veritable Addams Family house full of Universal creeps. Look at his big old feet there. He hasn't found some shoes yet. I was wondering about seeing as he's of the same colour scheme, about how the Hulk managed to get his trousers to stay on. I know, like, obviously Marvel Comics didn't want to show the Hulk's genitalia in every frame, but must have been some really good elastic. So yeah, here's me versus Frankenstein, still on the first credit at the moment. He's quite easy to figure out, this boss. He's got that kind of traditional Bebop from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles style charge, Rocksteady from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles sort of charge at you mechanism, which I think we see in a lot of like 3D games. So yeah, I deal with him with little problems here. Always remember that being like the Rhino in Spider-Man games would always charge you down, or what's his name, Bane in Batman games would always run at you, and you'd have to kind of jump over them and then kick them about a bit. So yeah, a very Castlevania-esque Dracula, that, isn't it? The blue skin and the pointy ears and what have you. So in terms of the art style in this game, it's for 1993, it's a beat 'em up, but it's not got a particularly assured art style. Like, I think the main characters are quite like the design of this kind of orange guy with the mullet, but the heavy metal dude with the metal arms, he looks terrible. Like, as a character, he looks terrible. There's a teenage werewolf there, which is always good. And then you've got generic Chun-Li-esque character as well, haven't you? So it's, yeah, as a beat 'em up, there are way worse ones. That's the first continue done, but there are better ones as well. So it's not like average or anything. I'd say it's, if you're kind of going to award it a tiering listing, it's a solid B. That's the thing we all do nowadays. So yeah, it's a solid B from me, this game. It's no S or A tier rank thing. It's a generic but quite good beat 'em up. It's no Alien vs Predator for sure. I hate this bit though. This bit just completely kills me. All these sort of prancing pony. Look at that little prance that they do when they're running backwards, the werewolves. As we run next to this ghost carriage. So my first life of my second credit has gone there. But yeah, I'm not particularly impressive as this game. As you can see, is Richard O'Brien, as he was in Rocky Horror Picture Show. Looking pretty unwell there, droopy face. And there's a blue David Mitchell. But it's, yeah, I think this is where I meet my end, unfortunately. Sorry, it's not a particularly interesting commentary. It is sort of a bit rushed this week because I'm working on a fairly big video that's quite intensive. So I haven't had a lot of time to do this, which is why I'm normally one of the first up, but I didn't this time. And if it's your first time coming to the channel, this will be one of the worst voiceovers I do. So please give me another chance if you're watching this. Have a look at some of the other videos, even some of the other ones of these. But I'm a little bit tired at the moment, so that guy just threw his head at me, and that is the end of my game. So yes, that was Nightslashers. That was a RetroTech 120p challenge. And that is the end of my go. Did I win? Absolutely not. Okay, thanks, bye.